Today we're going to remove the Control Data Module, or CDM box, the dealership may call it the tuner receiver, from a Cadillac Allante. This is an interesting system. We have several components to this one. There is the control unit here in the dash. There are also speakers in each of the front doors with Bose amplifiers. There are also two rear speakers behind the side panels in the back of the vehicle. The remaining component in this system is called the CDM box, which stands for the Control Data Module. This unit sits in, usually in most cases, behind the glove box. We're going to have instructions for the removal of this one today. But this CDM box is the brains of the system. All inputs from the vehicle go to this box first. From this box, it also goes to the control module in the dash, and then from the control module in the dash back to the CDM box, and then out to each of the separate speakers in the vehicle for amplification and sound. To remove this CDM box, we're going to open the glove box and remove 4 screws, one on each side at the top, one at each side on the bottom. With the glove box open, remove the contents. Otherwise, we'll have these all over the floor here in a little bit. Pull the glove box forward from the dash. There are connections on the side of this glove box that can be disconnected, but we just set it down towards the floor. There seems to be enough play in these to allow us access to the opening here. The CDM box is located up in the opening here. This is your CDM box right here, the Control Data Module. There are 2 connectors on one side. On the top side, there's also probably 3 or 4 connectors along with the antenna connection. We want to remove 2 7mm bolts here at the bottom of the CDM box. Remove this second screw at the bottom of the CDM box here. Up here on the right side of the CDM box, we have an 8mm nut that needs to be loosened. Now that this nut is loosened, we're going to move up here and grasp the CDM box and lift it up out of the mount, and this should release the CDM box. Now on the connectors here at the bottom, there's a trigger along the bottom of the connector. We're going to push this into the connector, and this will release the connector. At the top of the CDM, we have the antenna at one end. This just grasp this and remove this. With the top of the CDM box pulled down, we have 3 connectors at this end. At the blue connector here, we want to squeeze this trigger in at the bottom, and this connector will release. There's one connector removed. For the second connector, there is a trigger on the top. We're going to push that down into the connector, and this will release it, and we'll be able to remove that connector. Now with the connectors removed on this model, we also have a fuse at the end that's held on by a clip, and to release this, we can wiggle this down to release this from. There we go, and that releases. And remove the CDM box. The dealership's also known for calling this the tuner receiver box. For front speaker, the CD player, and rear speaker removal, we have these instructions also on our website at carstereoremoval.com with step-by-step instructions on how to help you remove those components for this system. On some rare occasions, we have noticed that the CDM can be mounted in the trunk behind the side panel and can be mounted up here on the side once lifting up or removing the side panel on the passenger side. I hope this video has been helpful. Thank you.